I'm already prepared for my comment section to look like shit. Fuck! It's okay, let's get this over with. Some people have different math in their head on what does and does not count as a high body count. For me, I even had a conversation with someone recently on a date. He told me on a lot of weird shit on the date. He told me he stole 10,000 fucking dollars from a restaurant just because he felt like it. He told me that he has a fucked up relationship with his mother and was in a really, really several fucked up relationships with some women where he absolutely was the bad guy in them and feels really bad about it, allegedly. Not bad enough that you're telling me on a first date. But that's just doesn't me though. But he instead told me even more. And one of the things he told me was, I feel bad about my body count. I said, "What how high is your body count?" He said, "It's really high." I said, "How high?" He said, "It's like 93." And I said, "Huh. Yeah, that is quite a bit, but honestly, that seems pretty normal for your age." And he was like, "What do you mean?" And I said, "Okay, so this is the math in my head." I told him, "What age did you start having sex at?" And he said, like 13, 14. I said, "Oh, okay, you got an early start." So simply put, you're like 28 now. If you think about it, that's like 10 years or so that you've been able to have sex. And so if you really break the numbers down, that's not that much. But I guess the way I see it is like, okay, that's like one person every like 9 months. And if you're young and single and not dating anybody, that's not that bad. Or maybe you just had a very fun time in your teen years and then shit happened. Like, okay, you had your teen years, you had your college years. Anyone who makes you feel bad for it is a fucking idiot. Or you went through a breakup. Simply put, it's like, okay. Like, is that higher than normal? Of fucking course it is. Like, Jesus. But if you really think about it, like, how can I be a fucking hypocrite? Because when I was a teenager, I remember the way it would go for me was like this. I remember I was like, I lost my virginity at 17, and then maybe within that same age, I hooked up with like two more people. Because it was like, okay, lost my virginity to crackhead John. And if you're like, was he actually a crackhead? No, that was just his nickname because he did coke and acted like a crackhead whenever he got pissed off. He had anger issues. I did not give a fuck about his anger issues. I was like, you know what? I need to have sex with the worst but a semi decent person so that then anyone else feels good in comparison. I refuse to lose my virginity to someone who I love in case they want to break my heart and destroy me. I'm gonna fuck Crackhead John, so I fucked Crackhead John. It sucked. Oh my god, that's a story in itself. Let's keep this video short though. Let's just say losing your virginity when you have a big fucking hymen and the dude you're with has a huge fucking dick, and losing it when you're on top of him and he slams your hips down as hard as possible, fucking painful. Extremely awful. There was blood. I accidentally did the Hegel face. If you know what that is, you need to seek God. And yeah, that was awkward. Then I met Maddie. Then we dated. We had a nice little month-long romp before he left me for his girl bestie, who he said not to worry about in the most devastating way possible, which also made me kind of go, huh, thank God I at least had my first time with like a guy I didn't love. But why did the first time it was actually good have to be with this guy I was obsessed with and who I thought liked me back? Oh, he did lead me the fuck on. And then the third time was a rebound with Maddie's best friend. That pissed off Maddie. Not my fucking issue. Was the dick good? No! But it's okay, time heals all wounds and you forget about people. And you fuck more people. And then simply put, then it was like I was 18, I was free as a bird. It's like I could do anything I wanted with this body. And so it's like you it's simply put, sometimes it, and also no one really taught me proper dating etiquette or like then again I wasn't even trying to date. I would meet dudes, I'd be like, hey, would you like to be a friends with benefits? They'd be like, sure. But just so you know, we should like they would secretly want to date me when I was just looking for friends with benefits. That's a fucked up thing with me. You'll notice in the history of me dating motherfuckers, you'll hear me say, oh, I just wanted to be fuck buddies. And then this guy just secretly, unbeknownst to me, actually wanted to date me. And then shit got weird. Or it'll be me saying, I just wanted to date. And this dude just wanted to fuck. And then shit got weird. There's trauma on both sides of those. So then sometimes it's like, okay, I'll meet up with one guy. You know, we fucked on the first meet because I was just looking for dick. He'd be like, ooh, you should go on another date with me. You know, it seems like you don't have a father figure in your life and you need a real man in your life. And I thought to myself, does he think I don't have a father figure because I'm black or because I'm a slut? He's not wrong, but like, damn, nigga. It's like, excuse me? I only gave him a chance for a date because it's like, okay, that's some fucking food and movie tickets I'm not paying for. It was a terrible fucking date. And I'm that's a video for another day before I get pissed off. Life goes on. Me and him ended. Guess what? I'm a hot lady. I had another date lined up already. That guy was cute, actor type. I think he was Jewish. I think, was he Jewish? He might have been Jewish. It doesn't matter. And the next thing you know, me and that dude hooked up, and it was funny because I remember after our date wrapped up, I was like, "Oh, do you want to go back to your place?" He was like, "Whoa, so soon?" I said, "We are friends with benefits. That was the." Or did you want something else? And they were like, "No, no, no, yeah, let's go to my place." We had the worst sex fucking ever. I had a bruised cervix. It was awkward. And then we thought, oh, maybe to make this like less bad, let's watch the movie Zack and Miri Make a Porno. Surely this is a hot, sexy movie that'll get us back in the mood after I totally destroyed Tamia's pussy in a not good way. And instead, no. It was so astonishingly, yeah, it's like, yeah, nothing quite sets the tone like being awkwardly pained and bruised in the cervix, unable to move with the guy who you have no sexual tension with, who already nutted and he's deflated, but he still wants to go another round, but he can't get it up. You can't get it open. And then the movie actually was an extremely awkward, tense, 2 hour long romance movie with a sad, and then you move on from that awkward experience, and then it's like, okay, now I gotta get over this last dude who just awkwardly played in my face with my feelings and was very weird and about how he ghosted me. Not cool. Because what the fuck was that? And then sometimes you just, yeah, simply put, it's like I'm the type of person where it's like I look good, I have a nice body, I have a great personality, and I'm fun as fuck to be around. And also, my home life was shit. If my home life was better, I probably wouldn't have been doing it so much. Well, no, I had a really high libido. Either way, shit just happens. If you're young with a healthy sex drive, do what you like. Who cares, man? As long as you get fucking tested and are honest with people about the results of your testing. And like, I really don't give a shit. I remember the last ex I officially claimed, that fucking reject of a person. He had so much more to be embarrassed about himself. But the one thing he actually tripped on so hard was the fact that he had a low body count in his own mind. He was like, oh shit, I've only been with like 6 people. You know, to me as a sex worker and she's pretty and stuff, she's probably had so many more options. I know she gets around. Oh god. And so he thought, I know what I'll do. I'll double the number and tell her. So then the topic came up about body count. And then I asked him, like, hey, so how did yours, like, what's your number? He said, oh, I did 12. And I said, holy fucking shit. He was like, is that too much? I said, no, that's too little. He was like, what? I said, yeah. He said, that's a small amount to you? I said, that's a very, because what, you're 32, right? He said, yeah. I said, okay, doing the math, you started having sex at what, like 15, 16? So think about it, that's like 16 years and you've only had sex with like 12 people. That's like one person every 3 years or so. I don't do math, don't quote me on that. Actually, I kind of want to do the math. I get the feeling I just embarrassed myself. Well, fuck you, shut up, you know what I mean. Let's say 2 people every 3 year. I think that's 3 people every 3 years. Sure, let's go with that. Let's go with 4 people every 3 years. There we go. That adds up to 12. Okay, I was making up math because it's like, simply put, nigga, shut up. All I know is I told him that's like, roughly 3.5 people a year. No, it's not. Jesus, I can't do math. You get what the fuck I mean, though. I told him my math problem in my head, and he was like, "Oh, well, when you put it like that, it's like, yeah." And I told him honestly, it's pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive. It's like that you have that much discipline. There's nothing wrong with having that little sex. If anything, I'm only shocked because you're really attractive. He was like, "I'm attractive." I said, "Yeah, you're really fucking attractive." Like the only reason I actually said "damn" was because I was like, "He's so fucking hot. How's no one scooped this guy up yet? He's sexy. He's strong. Look at his jawline, for fuck's sake." I I'm one of the, wow, like I get to be the 13th, lucky number 13, yay! And we all know how lucky the number 13 was because oh my fucking god, did that relationship fuck me up. And then when I, like, usually I'm used to I tell people my body count and they either say, holy fucking shit, okay, or oh, and how do you feel about that? Or, like, that's what Jared said. He was like, and are you okay with that? I said, yeah, I'm okay with my number. I said, you and Obama have something in common. You're lucky number 44. Hell yeah. My relationship with Jared was kind of like how we all see Obama. He bombed fucking everything that we wanted to keep. Shit. Okay, there's a joke in there. 1 second. My relationship with Jared was like how I perceive Obama. He bombed at fucking everything and made me like really really want to go gay after. Sorry. Is that a good joke? It's a good joke. Let's keep it. You get what I mean? Jared made me go, maybe I should be a lesbian. I think I'm done with this whatever the fuck this is with men. I don't like this. And he sucked. That's the joke. There we go. Punchline. Ruined it. But about body count, I don't give a fuck about body count for the most part. How do I put this? Triple digits is kind of extra. But I did talk to another friend about it, and I was just straight up like, hey, dude, how much do you think is a big body count? And he said, honestly, like, he said, like, anything, like, above, like, 40 or actually even 20 probably is. And I said, really, though? And I said, do the math, though. But you're 32, you started having sex around 17, so that's, like, how many? That's, like, almost a decade and a half. And, it's like, simply put, if you had sex with, like, roughly 40 people, then it's like scatter that around the course of a decade. That's like what, 4 people a year on average? That's not very bad. Finally, I did some math right. And he looked it up and he said statistically, most people in their life only have sex with like 6 people across their entire lifetime. I thought, holy fucking shit. I see why some people clutch the fuck out of their little pearls whenever I say my body. I do remember though, when I did tell Jared my body count, he was like, that actually is a lot lower than I expected. Like, really? And I said, yeah. And I said, I've only been having sex with like a consistent 3 people, like over the course of like the last 3 years. He was like, holy fucking shit. How does that work? I said, I said, nigga, if you thought if I was a more successful sex worker, would I not have my hair done? You think I'd be talking to you? I didn't say that last part, but I am thinking that last part now. It's like, yeah, nigga, I would not be talking to you. Oh, bitch. That might have been a little bit too mean. Even though that nigga's a predator, I still feel kind of bad about that joke. Sorry, Jared, I liked you for your personality. You ruined it by being a fucking cunt. Look at my necklace. It's so cute. Anyway, long story short, shout out to people. Like, I don't give a fuck about body count. I don't. What I would be concerned with is, like, what happened over the course of your body count. I think that's more the concern. Like, for example, if you had sex with, like, 9 people in your life, okay, cool. Was it all at once, like an orgy? Okay, I'm seeing you different. Because it's like, that's a lot of fluids. If you're like, I had sex with only 3 people my entire life, but one of those niggas was giving you repeated STDs and you stayed, then it's like, oh, that's not smart. And if one of the dudes you were fucking had like a girlfriend, or like just some crazy shit, then it's like, like I'd be concerned more about someone's like hygiene and morals. Like, if you're just sucking off random strangers in bars, that's not something to be proud of. But you could do that with with whatever body count, really. Funny enough, some people just think I'm getting back alleyed in glory holes at restrooms. It's like, no, I hate to break it to you. I had very short flings that usually lasted up to a month with people who I really, really, really liked, who just sadly were not very lovely, kind, or respectful people. So sometimes that happens. Sometimes you're too young, you don't have the right mentors in your life or the right people around, or sometimes you just have a high sex drive and want to have fucking fun. And there's nothing wrong with that. Boo hoo. But I refuse to let anybody make me feel bad about shit. The last guy who did, ironically, it was so funny. The last guy I went on a date with, he actually, when he heard my body count, he was like, holy goddamn shit. Wow, okay. Like, I could tell he was trying to purposely make me feel bad. But I mean, he was still trying to fuck me regardless and date me regardless. So it's like, it's like you aren't the best person yourself either, dude. Because if you really are against harlots, you would not be trying to get with the so-called harlot. And then if they're trying to still date you, it's like they just want to hold it over your head later on down the line if they're that type of person. Like, they secretly are whorephobic as fuck. Don't get involved with those types. You will regret it. No matter how maidenly and Madonna-like and saintly you think you are, they will fuck you over. So frankly, have your fun as long as you're like having it like morally and ethically okay. Is it consensual? Are you having sex non-deceptively? Are you a good person to those you're having sex with? Are you good to yourself? That's what matters more. I could give a fuck. Like, you could like suck and fuck your way through a bunch of people when you're young. Just like be safe about it. There's only like one person who I actually recall like sex shaming, and it was when I was like 18, and it was this other girl who was like 17, 18, and she was just meeting up with like a new person every single time. Like, absolutely no condom usage with any of them. That's something to be concerned about. Like, but then again, that's more of a. Also, I will say this, even if it makes my argument look bad, She also needed to get checked for some psychiatric stuff because it's like, okay, if you need it every single day, and with a new purse, it's like for many reasons, you know? I hope that girl is okay. I sincerely do. Should I give her a call? Maybe I should call her sometime. Anyway, that ended on a depressing note. Let's pretend I didn't say that. But yeah, for the most part, I don't really give a fuck about body count. Like, if you think someone's mentally unstable, they will usually show you in other ways. This way, that way, or the other way. Like, you know, someone will naturally tell you, like, if they think you're cool enough, they'll be like, hey, I cheated and did this, or I did this, or that. Like, you know, body count inherently does not fucking matter. And I actually kind of prefer the dudes with high body counts because they're cool as fuck. Like, me and Morgan got along so well because I said, like, he was like, oh, my body count's 46. How about you? I said at the time, oh, 43. He was like, hell yeah, that's cool as fuck. We were matching, and then we fist bumped, and then we had passionate, hot, nasty sex. And then we were a great couple. So, yeah. I'll put it this way, there's things to look out for. I see why some people would give a shit about body count in some ways, but simply put, you can meet people who have like high libidos and disgusting personalities and fucked up mental health, whether or not they're fucking around or not. I've met people where they've been like, yeah, I know she was a sex worker, I know she was a crazy ass bitch, I know she did a lot of things when she was young, but guess what? She's at my house baking me cinnamon rolls and being sweet, and meanwhile, you got that chick with the low body count who's acting fucking insane. So, and she's not doing shit for you. So I will keep doing my little Cirque du Soleil tricks in bed that other niggas have taught me and that I can show this nigga. Think of it like a level up bonus. And I'll enjoy that happily and monogamously with his cute, fine ass. And that's the way it's gonna be. Fuck you. Peace out.